Welcome everybody to the big effing mountains at the end of the galaxy race. And this mountain here in front of me is where we're actually going to be starting, so you can kind of recognize the shape. Turn my internet on here. And in this quick video I'm just going to show you what the route is going to be. So we're also going to show you around once you get here, but it's just kind of good to have seen already once. So we're going to be starting all the way at the very top of the mountain here. Very top of the mountain. Yeah, a little bit backwards. And we're gonna do so at about a 90-degree angle to that big pointy peak over there. So here it goes. We're going to start here. There's going to be a ship on the ground. You'll see about the start. But this is the route. So we're going to go forward here and straight down. We're going to fall into this giant shadow part. Very important here to turn your night vision on. Hug the wall, because we have a rule that we want to stay within 300 meters of the wall or the ground. So make sure to do that. And already here, work your thrusters, your vertical thrusters, because this kind of nookie here that we got to pass through, very, very tight to pass through there. Staying under 300 meters, full thrusters to get through this transition. And we're going to head straight for this kind of brown patch right ahead of me. You can see it kind of underneath the mountain, this kind of like round shape there. So that's going to be our direction, but be sure to keep at least 300 meters, well, less than 300 meters high. Especially here, it's also going to be quite tricky to keep that height underneath, because there's some lower parts, so you got to slow down in order to make it. We're going to go up straight over this round patch, right underneath the ship here, and then you're going to come out looking straight at the mountain. Again, stay low enough, right at the mountain like this, and then as you get closer, again, in order to stay low enough, you're going to have to slow down here a bit. Whoa, okay. Straight up here. And then instead of going right to the top, it's kind of ideal to take the side. So you kind of just rush right by the side here. And then the mountain is going to go down, so you have to slow down a little bit, not to fly too high off it here. I went a bit too high, but you get the idea. Then this is kind of the hardest turn to come into very fast, because it's very steep. So as you brake here, you got to kind of work your full thrusters in order to stay underneath those 300 meters. And then as you crest the top, turn in, and you're going to have a straight drop down. So you boost here. You can see that little sort of pattern on the ground there. We got all this brown kind of grindy path. So that's going to be the road. Again, work your vertical thrusters here, otherwise you will not make it. You'll slam straight into the ground if you go too fast. It's very hard to stay low enough here, because it kind of dimples down. And so if you do it full speed, I've crashed here like several times. So did Jules, so did Idea. So just so you know, you follow this kind of grindy path exactly to the middle, up to the mountain here. And then as you crest the hill here again, you'll see the mountain that we just came from, and then you aim right for kind of the low end of the mountain, and you can see to the right of me here two craters. So you can see kind of a yellow sand crater, smaller one, and a bigger kind of brown one after that. So we're gonna take those two craters here. I'm passing one now, and we're gonna keep that exactly to our right. So we're gonna skirt the side of the crater. This is the bigger crater. And then from the big crater here, we're going to go straight for the low part of the mountain. That's important. Yeah, a little bit too high for me here, so it's a little bit lower. And then you can see a yellow patch here to the left and a yellow patch to the right. And right in the middle of that, you're going to see this brown streak. We're going to go straight over the middle of that. And that's going to lead us to this kind of land bridge here, which takes us across this chasm on both sides towards the starting mountain. Hard to stay low enough here at speed, but it is doable. Then up to the mountain again, and you can see this kind of V shape here, this kind of line. So again, stay low. I'm slightly too high now, but this is for demonstration purposes. And we're going to go up the final mountain in a straight line. Now we're gonna do 2 laps. So this is only the first lap. So as you move up here, full speed up, of course. And then as we get to the top, which is a bit higher than this link, by the way, then it's like slow down, go straight over it, and you boost right back into that shadow patch again. Night vision on, and repeat into lap number 2. And again, be very careful here as you hug the wall to maximally work your thrusters, because we have to get very low, about 150 meters here, like you're supposed to really almost hit the ground here. Then move up again, full thrusters here, full thrusters to get over here. Just made it, and then right to that, this round patch here. That's the direction, straight over. Well, you've seen it now. So that's the instruction for the route, and see you all in a little bit. We're gonna all be landing starting from this big mountain. My ship will be parked right on the zenith of it. So find me there, and see you at 1900 or 2000 game time for the big race at the end of space. See you in a bit.